Hello, my name is Diana Tao, and today I will be presenting on PPM or PPO, due diligence, and the term sheet. Private Place Memorandum, or PPM, is also known as a private place offering, PPO, or an offering document. A PPM is a legal security document provided to potential investors when a business is planning to sell shares or stocks in order to raise capital. And a PPM is used when the securities have not been registered under the state nor federal law and are sold under the exemptions from so. In Section 5 of the Securities Act of 1933, it requires the company to register non-exempt securities with the SEC before making an offer to sell a security in interstate commerce. It also regulates the timeline and distribution process for issuers who offer securities for sale. There are at least 17 exemptions listed in Section 3 and Section 4 of the Securities Act of 1933. Section 3 shows exempt securities, while Section 4 shows exempt transactions. For example, an exempt item from Section 3 is a note or bill of exchange that arises out of a current transaction with a 9-month maturity, and this excludes possible renewal. An exempt item from Section 4 is a transaction by an issuer not involving any public offering. The items included in a PPM are listed but not limited to the following: an introduction, a summary of offering terms, risk factors, a description of the company and the management, use of proceeds, description of securities, subscription procedures, and exhibits. Unlike a business plan, a PPM is concrete and may contain financial statements, licenses, and investment contracts. Due diligence became a common practice after the Securities Act of 1933 passed. Because dealers and brokers were being prosecuted for not fully disclosing material they did not have information or access to, the Securities Act of 1933 ultimately eliminated that. Due diligence is used to investigate and evaluate a business opportunity and is a general right. Next, we will discuss the 4 W's of due diligence. Those involved are lead and co-investors, loan officers, accountants, attorneys, third-party consultants, and more. What generally happens is a checklist of information is created and conducted in an orderly manner. The checklist will differ on a case-by-case scenario. And this happens upon agreement in a proposed transaction. The time allocated for due diligence completion will vary. Due diligence can be conducted for several reasons. Some reasons may be to confirm the business is what it appears to be, identify potential defects in the target and avoid a bad business transaction, gather information that will be useful for valuing assets, defining representations, and/or negotiating price concessions, or to verify that the transaction complies with the investment or acquisition criteria. Last in discussion is the term sheet. A term sheet is a non-binding agreement that sets the basic terms and conditions under the investment. It is important to focus on the main points when bringing up issues in order to not lose credibility. Common terms worthy of negotiation are valuation and dilution, liquidation preferences, makeup of the board of directors, protective provisions, founder vesting, anti-dilution protection, and exclusivity. Depending on the business focus, some terms will be valued over others. For example, valuation and dilution is an important issue for private companies and startups. Each common item may also have different variations, so it is important to understand the term sheet as a whole. That concludes my presentation. Thank you.